Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on Blackjack, and we're going to uncover a crucial secret. Not all games are created equal. In fact, some will cost you a whole lot more to play than others. You might think so. You walk up to a table, you see the familiar felt, the cards, the dealer. It all looks the same, but believe me, two tables sitting side by side can have vastly different, totally hidden costs for you, the player. And the secret isn't about luck or the cards you're dealt. Nope, it's all about the game's specific rules. We call this the variant, and it quietly but surely changes the price you pay to play hand after hand. So to really get a handle on this cost, we need to talk about something called the house edge. It's just a simple term for the casino's built-in average profit on every single bet you make. A higher house edge means a more expensive game for you. That's the key metric we're going to be looking at today. Okay, let's dive into this. We've set this up using a simple traffic light system to rank these games. We'll start with the best ones, the green light games, then move to the ones you need to be cautious about, and finish with the variants you should probably just avoid altogether. First up, the green light games. These are the variants that give you the absolute best value for your money. Seriously, if you have a choice, these are the tables you should always be looking for. So here they are, your two best options. With classic Blackjack, the dealer gets a whole card face down. In the European version, they don't get that second card till you're done playing your hand. It's a small difference, but it slightly increases your risk, which really makes classic Blackjack the gold standard. And this combination of rules is the benchmark. It all starts with that 3-2 payout on a Blackjack. Then you've got rules where the dealer has to stand on a soft 17, that's an ace and a 6, which is way better for you. You throw in player-friendly options like surrender, which lets you fold a terrible hand for half your bet back. And what do you get? You get the game with the lowest possible house edge? All right, next up, we're in the yellow light zone. You gotta proceed with a little caution here. These games, they're playable for sure, but they introduce some trade-offs that make them more expensive in the long run. Blackjack's switch is the perfect example. It gives you this incredible sounding advantage, the power to literally swap the top cards between two different hands to make them better. I mean, who wouldn't want that? It's what gets people to the table. But here's the catch. And trust me, there's always a catch. To pay for that awesome advantage, the casino changes other rules. Like the dealer doesn't bust on 22, it's a push, so you don't win. And your own blackjacks, they often pay less. The casino always takes its advantage back. And you can see this exact same give and take with Spanish 21. It's got these exciting bonus payouts and really generous rules for doubling down. But to balance the scales, they take all the 10-point cards out of the deck, which fundamentally hurts your odds. It's a trade-off, plain and simple. And now we've arrived at the red light games. These are the variants you'll probably see most often, but they're also the most expensive. And honestly, if you care about your money, they should probably be avoided. The single most important rule to watch for is the payout for a blackjack. In a good traditional game, a $10 bet wins you $15. But in a 6-5 game, that same hand only gets you $12. That $3 difference on every single blackjack, it goes straight into the casino's pocket. And the impact of that one little change is just staggering. Switching from a 3-2 payout to a 6-5 payout can pump up the house edge by over 400%. It is, by a huge margin, the most costly rule change you'll ever face. Here's another one that seems too good to be true. Double exposure. The casino deals both of the dealer's cards face up. You get to see their whole hand from the start. It feels like a massive advantage, right? But you know the drill by now. The house takes it all back and then some. In this game, the dealer wins on all ties, except for a player blackjack, and your own blackjacks only pay even money. That transparency comes at a very, very high price, and it makes the house edge way higher than the classic version. And finally, let's talk about the specialty traps. These games often use flashy features, promises of big jackpots, and new technology to hide some of the absolute worst value you can find on a casino floor. Progressive games, for example, they lure you in with a jackpot side bet that has a ridiculously high house edge, all while the main game itself has terrible rules. And games that use continuous shuffling machines, or CSMs, they just speed up the game, meaning you play more hands per hour, and your money gets exposed to that house edge way more often. So why do these bad games even exist? Well, it's pretty simple. They make more money for the house. They target casual players with cool-sounding features or lower table minimums, and they basically count on the fact that most people won't know they're paying a higher price to play. So after all that, here's what you can actually do about it. This is your simple but really powerful pre-play checklist. Before you even sit down, ask these 4 questions. Number 1, and most important, what's the blackjack payout? You're looking for 3 to 2. Then, check the dealer's rule on soft 17. You want them to stand. See if that player-friendly surrender option is available. And finally, if the rules aren't clearly posted somewhere, that's a huge red flag. Just walk away. And if you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, please make it this. You can play every single hand perfectly, make the mathematically correct move every single time, but if you're sitting at a bad table, you're still going to lose more money over time than an average player at a good table. The game you choose matters more. And really, that's the bottom line. By just taking 30 seconds to check the rules, you can pick a less expensive game, you are controlling the cost, and giving yourself the best possible shot before you've even placed a single bet. The game is often won or lost before it even begins.